Hi, welcome back. This is the Change Your Life podcast. I'm your host, Dwight Gillespie. It's good to have you with us today. I recently wrote a book called Price Tags. It'll be out April 28th. You can pick it up on Amazon.com, or you can get it at Barnes & Noble or anywhere else books are sold, pretty much. I want to thank you for tuning in today. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and share this with your friends. Share it with everybody and like the video. Today we're going to do a different kind of podcast today. And what I want to give you today is 3 ways that you can ensure that you will never be successful. Yeah. You see, everybody else wants to give you the 3 ways that you can definitely be successful and all that stuff. I want to tell you 3 ways that you can absolutely screw up your life and never be successful. And there are a lot of ways you can do it, but these are just 3 of my favorites, Here, the first one is, don't ever take accountability for your life or your actions. Blame someone else. That's a great one. I think it's the number one way to really screw up your life too. Because if nothing is ever your fault, you never have to fix a thing. It's always somebody, you don't understand. I love that one. You don't understand. My mother didn't love me at all. My mother loved me too much. I didn't know who my father was. I'm the wrong gender. I'm the wrong color. I'm the wrong sexual orientation. I'm the wrong religion. I'm the wrong. Everybody, whatever. I'm going to tell you right now, if you see somebody who looks like you, sounds like you, talks like you, and has your kind of background and they're successful, you can be successful too. But if you don't want to be successful, let it hinder you, let it hold you back, and don't ever do anything to improve your situation, and that'll work. The other thing is keep negative people all around you. You know, those black cloud people, the one, my life is so bad. And you can sit there and you can complain with them about how bad life is and how much you got screwed by it and how hard everything is and how it's rigged. And if the government would just pay for my school, I could be somebody. If my mother would just do this, if my father would just do that, if my girlfriend would just do this, if my wife would just do that, man, you got it made, right? And so you keep those people in your life. You keep all that negativity around you. And by the way, that negativity extends to your family. The father who tells you what a piece of crap you are and that you'll never amount to anything. You want to keep that around for sure. You want to keep that friend around you who says you're lucky to have me as a friend because you wouldn't have any other friends if I wasn't hanging around with you. Keep that person in your life. That's a keeper right there. Let me tell you something. And this brings me to my third thing that you can do to really screw up your life and ensure that you will never be successful, right? And that is to get involved with toxic people in toxic relationships and have kids really young. Kids you never intend on taking care of, right? But you're going to try, and you fall in love after knowing somebody for 2 weeks and you say, this is the love of my life. This is my soulmate, right? Just like the person you met 3 months before that turned out to be a disaster. And you keep making that same mistake over and over and over again, right? And for you girls out there who you met him and he's such a Prince Charming, as one of my friends says, she said that she found that all her knights in shining armor turned out to be twats in tin foil, which I love. It's such a great saying. But that's what it is. And yeah, he's got 2 children by 2 other women, but I'm sure that now that I'm pregnant with his baby, we're going to have such a great time and we're going to live together forever. And it's just going to be peachy. And I love him, and then you can say things that, one of my other favorite sayings that you can say, right? You can't help who you love. You can. It turns out you're allowed to. You're allowed to make a decision that this person isn't worth loving. And you can ask yourself the question, what do I love about him or her, right? And you can say, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, that it's not working. When you say, well, all relationships require work. Let me tell you something. If you're in a relationship where you're having fights every day, and I love it, and I hear it all the time. They say, oh, well, we've been through hell together. Well, if you're 21 and you're saying we've been through hell together, you're with the wrong person. You shouldn't be through that much hell. You shouldn't be fighting with somebody, 6 out of 7 days a week. And the only day you don't fight is the day that you're having sex, or whatever it may be, or the day that you can walk on those eggshells just right so that person doesn't get crazy. That whole idea that, he cheated on me and now, we've got a good relationship because I keep him on a really short leash. And like that shit is scary. And that relationship's never going to work because it's toxic. It's absolutely toxic. And you can't live a life of having to explain every second of your day, every day of your life. It will drive you crazy. So if you lose that trust and that faith and you just can't regain it, get out. These are toxic people, and toxic people are all around. It's okay to be in relationships where you run into troubles, but if that's all it is, that's not a relationship. That's a battle. You know, as Leonard Cohen said, love is not a victory march. You don't claim victory over somebody that you love. That's not the way that works. So these are the three things that you can do if you really, really want to screw up your life and ensure that you will never be successful. And that is, don't take accountability for anything. It's always somebody else's fault, which, by the way, is a good reason why a lot of people like to be in those toxic relationships so that they can blame their significant other. And this is my saying, and I really do believe I coined this, and that is, if you're in a relationship with a crazy person, if you want to see who the craziest person in that relationship is, look in the mirror. Because if you realize that other person is nuts and you keep coming home to them every day and say something as idiotic as, you can't help who you love, right? In an effort to stay in it with a person who does nothing but either verbally or physically or both of them abuse you, mentally, verbally, physically, however it comes out, and you willingly go home to that person, you're crazier than they are. They're just assholes. You know better. You know they're crazy, and you continue to do it anyway. What the hell does that make you? And that's it, folks. Again, don't take accountability for your life. Yeah. Keep negative people in your life all around you and stay in toxic relationships. Oh, and definitely have children out of wedlock with toxic people who are never going to help you with those kids. That's a guarantee. And not only will you guarantee your lack of success, you'll guarantee it for your kids as well. And they will continue to live in that cycle of ridiculousness, poverty, obsession, and all that other crap that comes along with it, drug abuse, everything like that. So anyway, that's all for today. It's a real short one. I hope you got something out of it. I mean what I say. I may say it with a bit of a smile on my face, but these are all things I've done. I've experienced these in my life, and I do talk to you from experience. I'm not some doctor or anything like that. I'm just a guy who's done all that crazy crap. Stick around. As I say, check out my channel, subscribe, like the content, and please, above all, share all the content. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next time. Again, my name is Dwight Gillespie. This is Change Your Life, and we'll talk to you soon. Be well.